Hey, if you want to know the real cost of living in Texas, I'm going to share those numbers with you today. We're going to talk about housing prices, what you can get for your money, natural gas, electricity bills, water bills, and of course gas prices in this video, just to help you know what to expect if you are moving to Texas. Hi, my name is Dana Pollard and I'm a real estate agent in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and I've lived here since I was 4 years old. So I'm so happy to help. Hey, and if you're thinking about moving to Texas, would you call me, email me, reach out? I'm so happy to help. I want to help you make that transition here to Texas. And if you are moving to Austin, Houston, or San Antonio, I have some really great real estate agents there I can hook you up with. So just email or call me, all right? Also, if you want more videos like this, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the button, and put your comments down. So as we go through this video on the cost of living, say I'm talking about electricity, would you put in the comments what your average electricity bill is and what city you're from? Because that will help me to gauge, where we're at, and other people on YouTube as well that are reading the comments, they may want to know what your average electricity is. Let's go ahead and jump into housing prices first. We're going to be talking about Houston, Austin, Dallas, and San Antonio. And what I did is I pulled off the National Association of Realtors, the third quarter. I averaged out the median home prices for those 4 cities, and so for Texas, that would be $260,000 for an average home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath probably, in the state of Texas. Of course, that's going to vary. You cannot get a very nice home for $260,000 in downtown Dallas. It will be a shack if you buy a home for $260,000 in Dallas, in the city. So now you can go out to the suburbs and get a nice home for $260,000, okay? Just keep that in mind, obviously. So let's talk about Houston first, because it is the largest city. Now, it's not the largest metroplex. Dallas-Fort Worth is the actual largest metroplex in Texas, but Houston, the actual, area of land and population within the city limits, it has the most number of people. So when we talk about Houston, though, we're going to include the Woodlands and Sugarland area. By the way, the Woodlands and Sugarland, those are really nice cities to land in if you are looking for a good suburb city of Houston, okay? But this encompasses that because the National Association of Realtors lumped them in with Houston, okay? So the median home price for the third quarter in 2019 is $248,000 for a home. So let's take a look at what you can get for $248,000 in Houston, Texas. So this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,300 square feet for $250,000. This is really cute. And by the way, you can get some new homes in the suburbs as well, and even in the city limits of Houston for $250,000. But see how cute this is? You can live in a nice home for $250,000. All right, let's take a look at San Antonio. All right, so the median home price in San Antonio is $240,000. Whoa! And this is what you can get for $240,000 in San Antonio. Here you go, look, $240,000. It is even lowered, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500 square feet. Look how cute this house is. You can get a lot for your money in San Antonio. And has a decent backyard. All right, let's take a look at Austin. All right, so the median home price in Austin, Texas is $330,000 in the third quarter of 2019. All right, so this home listed in Austin, Texas, that's one of the few homes listed in Austin that's around $330,000 in the actual city limits. Now listen, you can go to the suburbs of Austin and get a really nice home for $330,000, okay? But I'm just pulling up what's in the actual city limits right now, and this one is $330,000. Look, it has a cute little pool. So there's the interior. There you go. So that's for $330,000 in the city of Austin. But let me take this boundary off because I want you to be able to see what you can get in the suburbs, okay? Here we go. All right, so this home is listed at $330,000 in a suburb of Austin, 329 to be precise. It's in a new home neighborhood. It's all new construction, guys. Ooh, that's cute. There's the backyard. Has siding in the back. But look at that community pool. That's what I love about these new homes. It's really nice. So that's what you can get in Austin, Texas. Again, you can get a much nicer home if you want to spend more, and you can still get a home for under $330,000. You don't have to spend that much money in a suburb of Austin, Texas. All right, so we're going to go to Dallas now. The median home price, now this is actually for the Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington suburbs. We call it the DFW Metroplex. It's $271,000 is the median for that whole entire area. Okay, this is a very large area, by the way. So if you go just to Dallas, you're not going to get a whole lot for your money if you're pulling up $271,000 in the actual city limits. But you can go to the suburbs of Dallas, especially on the suburbs of Fort Worth side or Arlington or very far north Dallas, and get a nice home for $271,000. The actual city of Dallas, the median home price is $399,000, so that may give you something to gauge with, right? If you went to Forney, which is East Dallas, you can find a home for $271,000, and it'd be a nice home. So here's the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. Again, you can't get a whole lot for your money in the city limits of Dallas, but if you look at the suburbs, by all means you can. So over here in Forney, you can get $274,000. This is a really cute home for 220 square feet. It's a new home. You can get resale too. You don't have to buy a new home just because all these homes that I'm showing you are new. So here's the kitchen and living room area. This is Forney, Texas. All right, so if you want to go to the Fort Worth side of the Metroplex, I'll show you what you can get for $272,000. This is really cute, 2,500 square feet. There you go. Pretty nice for $271,000 or $272,000. But that'll give you a good idea for the median home price, okay? All right, so let's talk about electricity in the state of Texas. The average per kilowatt hour is 11.67 cents per kilowatt hour in the state of Texas. So while I share my bill with you, keep in mind it can vary. So I typically see homeowners that share their average utility bills. In the older homes, they can be $200 to $300, maybe even $350 a month. But the newer homes, especially built since 2015 or newer, maybe even 2010 or newer, I mean, we're talking about they can live in a house that is 3,700 square feet, and their utility bills, their electric bill is still only $150 a month, okay? So the newer the home, the lower your cost of living. Maybe you're paying full market for a new home, but because of the utility bills and the new building codes, your energy bills are much, much less in a new build, okay? Or a newer home. So keep that in mind. So on average, you can see electric bills anywhere from $100 a month to $350 a month. The newer, the better. So in my home, my average, I pulled up my average bill, and I pay $135 a month on average. So some months it can be $90, like in the winter time, and in the summertime it can be like $230. And so really that's a pretty good average, I would say, for most people in Texas. Now, if you live in Texas and that's not your bill, that's okay. Just put them in the comments below what your bill is, okay? So next, let's talk about the natural gas. So we're not talking about the car gas, but the natural gas that's plumbed to the home. Not all homes in Texas have gas. Some are all electric homes. I don't have a statistic. I'm just gonna say maybe a third of the homes here, maybe a quarter of the homes are all electric, maybe not even that high. Anyway, some communities are all electric, but most of them do have some gas, okay? We do have gas water heaters many times, and the dryer is not necessarily gas, by the way. Most of the dryers here are electric. That's just a side note, okay? So the gas rates, like if you Google it, they're all over. They say that the average can be $40 a month up to $110 a month. Mine on average is $68 a month for natural gas, because in the winter my heater runs off gas, and so in the winter my gas bill can be $110, but in the summer it can be like $20 for gas, okay? And some bills, when I talk with homeowners, again, they can range from $50 to $150. It just really depends on your family, but hopefully that gives you an idea, okay? Now, water and trash in most cities are lumped together. If you're in the country, you may have to pay for trash separate, but here in the suburb cities, they can vary anywhere from $40 to $175 a month. It depends if you have a pool. It depends how many people are in your family. I have a family of 5, and our average water and trash bill combined is $68 a month. Lately, like, we had a toilet running, and so one of our bills came out to be like $100, and I was like, what the crap? And it's really amazing how much that increases your water bill. And so one month we had like $100 water bill. Now the $100 water bill is high for my family. So on average it's 68. That's including that high month that we had a leak, okay? Just not a big leak, just a toilet running, okay? And then let's talk about the gas prices, gas for your car. Where I'm at, it's $2.15 a gallon, okay? In Dallas, in the city of Dallas, it's $2.39 a gallon. In Houston has the best gas prices, guys. $1.99 right now. Now we're at in the fourth quarter of 2019, but they have the best gas prices at $1.99 a gallon. And then Austin is $2.29 a gallon for gas. So there you go. There's your gas, your electric, and then, but Dana, what about property tax? Guys, let's talk just a little bit about the property tax in Texas, because if you purchase a home here in Texas, then you're going to have to pay property taxes. And yes, I am fully aware that our property taxes are one of the highest in the nation. So on average, if you average out, think about 2.8% if you want to calculate your cost of living for Texas. Some communities can be 2.5%, even 2.1%, depends where you go. And then the newer communities, many times they have like a mud district or a PID, and sometimes they can be 3.0 or 3.1, okay? But I know that sounds really scary, but if you have a homestead exemption, meaning you move into the home, you can get different homestead exemptions if it's your primary residence. And so some cities, like where I live, we get a 20% homestead exemption, which means, you have your tax appraisal value, and we get taxed off, and we get a discount of 20% off of that, okay? Not every city is 20%. The minimum standard is $25,000 off the school taxes though. So you're just going to have to email me if you want more, if you have more questions about tax rates, and I can send you a document that gives you the rates per city. Just email me requesting that, and my email's in the link below. But this is what I was thinking, guys. Let's talk about these taxes, because I get a lot of comments about the high property taxes here. Yes, they are high. However, we do not have state income tax, okay? And so if you look at it, so I think about California, right? If you can afford to live in a $600,000 home in California and you want to move to Texas in a $600,000 home, the income qualifications, they almost even out, okay? Now, of course, if your affordability is a $200,000 home and maybe you're renting in California, then yes, to buy a home in Texas, you're gonna be seeing that you're gonna be paying more for property tax, okay? So in some ways, for some people, it's almost a wash to not pay state taxes. And then for other people, yes, it's going to be higher to pay property taxes in the state of Texas, so yes. But overall, I mean, just compare where you're living now to moving to Texas, and if you need help, email me, call me, guys, okay? I want you to contact me. I'm so happy to help, okay? So that's just a brief overview of the cost of living here in Texas. If you like this video and you want more like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the next video on the screen.